Since the Ultimate Fighter, how have you evolved to put this 6-fight win streak together?
It's been an interesting ride. Just making sure that I fix my mistakes. My fight against Michael Johnson, really wasn't prepared for that. That set a fire underneath me to make sure that everything else was pretty set up for it. This fight, I didn't really have to throw too many punches. I cut him up pretty good with elbows, and I knew he was going to be a crafty vet, so I just had to keep up on my toes.
Tony, can you just talk to us a little bit? We talked about that Josh was a tough guy to finish when we talked to you the other day, and that proved to be the case.
I almost had him finished. My hand went into the cage and Irvine saw it, stood us up. It was my fault for reaching in the cage. But I saw him, he wasn't there for a while. His eyes were kind of crossed, and when I went for the kill, it was really slippery. The blood was going down, even my triangle, I could feel the blood just like dripping on me, and it was kind of crazy. So I got to go back and work on some of those things. You can't really prepare for that inside the, the practice room, but something to think about.
You also talked about not needing mat time anymore, and I know you mentioned that with John Anik inside the cage, but so how do you use this going forward, and being able to spend 15 minutes in there with a guy like that and just kind of work on things and tell us about using that going forward.
We're pretty big on having fun inside the training camp, and when we were inside the octagon, my coaches reminded me to smile and go in there and be loose, and that's what I did. I went in there and I used some new skills that I haven't used before. Usually I'm all about just punches and kicks. This time it's a lot of front teeps, testing his conditioning, and using some elbows, and I cut him up pretty good with the elbows. And I did some cool stuff. I did a flip, I guess, in there in the first round, which was pretty cool and creative. I'm all about that, being original and setting the standard, and we pushed the pace for him.
So you're in a very tough division. Would you consider this your biggest win to date in terms of opponent?
Of course. It was a huge win against a veteran like Josh Thompson. A true guy like that coming in here and from AKA, taking on these guys from all these big camps. Great to be able to break in the top 10 with that guy.
We're pretty sure you're going to wake up on Monday, you're going to be on the top 10. You know what that represents for you, and what can we expect from you? You had an awesome performance today, improving every fight. What else can we expect from you?
You can expect greatness, actually. I know breaking into the top 10 is going to scare the crap out of these guys. They don't know what to expect from me. From what I hear, there's a lot of people that are on the injured list. They're out for a little bit. I really don't care. Wherever Joe Silva or Dana White and Fertitas want to give me, that's who's next. And they better be damn scared.